so much. The holidays are approaching, and that means lots of parties and family dinners. So now is the perfect time to start helping your children brush up on their manners. And here to help is expert Elise McVeigh. She has a new DVD out called The Mrs. McVeigh's Magnificent Manners Show. How appropriately titled. How are you, Elise?
Good.
Good to meet you today.
Thank you.
When is the time to start raising grateful children and well-mannered kids? Do you start right away when they're born?
Absolutely, especially as soon as they can walk and talk, do anything like that. But even when they're in the high chair, you can still just use good words such as, oh, we don't throw down our spoon, that's not nice, and put it back up. But then by the time they're about 2, they're able to set a table. They can stay seated at a table. It's really challenging for a lot of parents.
Yeah.
But you just have to keep on them and say, nope, we stay and seated until everyone is finished.
Okay, so even those things that they see you in place with good manners as the parents, and you're all waiting for each other to be finished at the table. We're not whipping the fork at mom's head when we want more bananas, like you said. Right. But just having us, use those good communication words like please and thank you.
Exactly.
And I'd like some more. Well, you brought this with you today to kind of show a little bit about what we need to do to teach our kids. Tell us what this is.
All right. Well, this is a placemat that actually I use in my camp, and it's obviously like a little cheat sheet. And so what you can do is you can have your kids set the table every night, which is so important, and because repetition is everything.
Okay.
And so if you can get them to do that and put the napkin here, the salad fork, the big fork, and then the plate, the knife and the spoon, and the knife blade always goes in, and then the drink. It really will help them when they're trying to remember how to do it.
Sure. Okay, so have them be a part of it, but also that teaches them so much more as well as part of being as a team, working with their parents. So they're part of setting the table. They're doing it in the proper way. And then certainly if they dine out or if they're at someone's house as a guest for the holidays, they know exactly where those forks and knives should be and which one they should use.
Absolutely.
For what. Okay, let's talk about your DVD. What are we going to find when we watch the series?
Well, we tried to present it in a very humorous way. Something that I've learned throughout the years of teaching manners classes is kids need repetition. They obviously want to be entertained, and role-playing. That was such a big thing in my camps and classes. And so what we've tried to do is do a lot of role-playing with them, and it's interactive where they see characters doing what they're supposed to, such as how to write a thank you note, how to set the table, eat right, even worship manners. And so then hopefully they'll get up in your living room and they'll start pretending that they're doing it the right way.
Okay, so then you it's the whole trick them into learning thing. It's an educational experience, but it's done with fun.
Exactly.
So then they get to keep these things. I think that's really important, writing a thank you note. I'm always so impressed by parents when they are able to instill that in their child, and you get this handwritten thank you note for a good deed that you've done, maybe a gift that you've presented, and that child is taking the time to handwrite a note. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal. And also, if your child is too young to actually write the words, you can ask them what they'd like to say, and if they can print their name, that's wonderful. Then let them do that.
Sure, let them have some kind of participation so they know that that letter that they created is going to the person who maybe did something really well. How about if the viewer's watching and said, okay, my kids are 7, 10, 14 years old, is it too late to teach manners for kids?
Oh, absolutely not. You just have to keep on practicing, and just, as you said, even if they're 14, you can still start and just say, okay, here's some things that we haven't done in the past. Let's go ahead and start doing them, and just do it as often as you can.
I think that's great. Well, thank you so much for sharing these great tips with me and our viewers today. And Elise's DVD is available on her website, mrsmcveightsmanner.com. And for a complete list of the stories and where you can also find it, log on to WFAA.com/GMT.